I'm John Statter, CEO of FCR. We're a contact center company that handles inbound support for many different companies across a number of vertical markets. Our impetus for starting the company was really to provide a service that was superior to what the big guys could provide, and also to provide jobs in small communities throughout Oregon. We have somewhat of a social mission in that regard. The biggest surprise that we've had is how successful we've become.
I'm Greg Pearson, founder and CEO of IOvation, and we stop bad guys on the internet. There's a number of ways that organizations can try to stop fraud and abuse, but we just happen to have a very unique approach. And that approach has to do with sharing device-based intelligence across hundreds and hundreds of organizations around the world. So what makes IOvation particularly unique is this knowledge base, a knowledge base of over 3 billion consumer devices from literally every country in the world, and a shared understanding of what those devices are doing across our subscriber base. This entrepreneur bug, however you want to define it, bit me pretty early. And so from as young as I can remember, I was selling things and building things, and so there was always this idea about doing something to control my own destiny, but exactly what that was, I think I searched for a very long time.
My name is Luke Canise, and I'm the founder and CEO of Puppet. What we do is provide infrastructure automation software that helps our customers spend less time firefighting and doing menial work and more time shipping great software to their customers. I grew up on hippie farms, so where I grew up, people didn't really have jobs. There was no career in the sense of what people think about today. So when I was a kid, I don't even know that I knew people had jobs, much less that I was going to have one someday. I started Puppet because I had been one of my customers today. I had been a system administrator and had written a lot of my own tools, had begun using a lot of other tools that were out there, mostly open source, spent some time working with other companies who were also making software, and concluded basically that I don't know if I had any good ideas, but I knew I had different ideas because everyone I talked to said they were stupid. And of all the people I knew who were doing interesting things in this space, none of them was willing to start a company.
I'm Jill Nelson. I'm the founder and CEO of Ruby Receptionist. Ruby is a virtual receptionist company. We help small businesses grow by marrying some pretty cool technology with bright, friendly receptionists to provide a wonderful first impression for your business and win new customers and create raving, loyal fans. We really value the idea that personal connections are good for business. It is what drives us. We employ people who are driven to make other people happy, who create value in their life by the personal connections that they have. And so really everything about Ruby kind of comes back to that. And so how it looks in the market, it's just really, really different than anything out there.
Our main core values are fairness, integrity, and respect. Those are kind of the core of our core values, and I think if an entrepreneur remains true to those values, they'll always be successful.
A single piece of advice for any budding entrepreneur is tough, but for me, the thing that I am always most focused on and interested in is how well do you understand your actual customer, the person who's going to write you a check? How well do you understand them?
Looking back, I would do a lot of things differently, but sitting here, you have to question, gosh, if I wouldn't have made that mistake, would have figured out our service pyramid? If I wouldn't have goofed and bought this one phone system that maxed out at 200 customers instead of 2,000, would I have, invested in the technology we have today? So I think part of being a growing company is to do a lot of things you would do different, once you get to the other side, and just kind of embrace that and learn from that and go from there.
My advice for emerging entrepreneurs is to just focus on what you are very passionate about, and everything else will follow.